Hi, welcome to another exciting episode of the Andre the Beast Crayton Show. Today we're going to dive into, let's put it like this, inspirational dreaming, being a foreigner in a new land, having to understand the culture, and more importantly, diving into something that most people will be like, why in the hell are you going to go into this particular field? But before we get started, we're doing something different today. We're also highlighting up and coming podcasts that are taking over the world by storm, with individuals making a difference, telling their stories, trying to make, no, not trying, really making a difference in everybody's life. I'd like to welcome all the way from New York, the one, the only, the new podcast launching this season, 2024, the new podcast, The Lauren Freeman Experience. Welcome to the show, Lauren.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Tell the viewers a little bit about what your podcast is going to be about, and it's launching 2024, right? And what about the Lauren Freeman Experience to want to be a podcast?
I mean, you're going to have to tune in to find out, but basically the Lauren Freeman Experience is a unique experience. I have almost 4 decades of these crazy stories that resonate with all these different types of people that have to do with healing trauma, overcoming adversity, and really just being in survival mode and making the decisions that you know at that moment fit your lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And what I want to bring to the table is really my experiences and how I can help others navigate their own hardships through overcoming adversity. So thank you so much for having me.
How much is this? How much is there a need for somebody like you to bring your experience to the forefront? And you're naturally, my hat's off to you for getting ready to produce such a telling story of your life. I know a little bit about it. We had you on the show, but is it now a growing demand that people want to hear about trauma and so forth?
Yeah, the crazy thing is nobody had any understanding of trauma outside of the battlefield until 1980. And I was born in 1983. So the medical community, the mental health community, I was raised by 2 therapists. Nobody understood the mind-body connection as pertains to trauma until recently. So I've had this insane story of trying to overcome all these mind-body connections over the last almost 4 decades. And every single thing that when I meet somebody, whether it's in an Uber, it's on the street, mm-hmm. or even at a bar, I talk to them a little bit and something resonates with them, because everybody has trauma, whether they know it or not, and everybody has something to heal from. So I'm actually championing the How Are You Healing revolution. And we're not going to focus on what happened, but how are you going to heal? And when you're ready to talk about it, I have resources, I have community, I have safe places for you to share your story as well.
That sounds like a very interesting podcast. Make sure that when it launches, you guys subscribe, follow, and make sure you become a major supporter. Today in-house, let's talk about this young man right here. Very interesting young man. Let's call you a young man. Just listening to your journey here is truly one of courage, one of inspiration, and one of making a difference. I'd like to welcome to the show, let me get this right, Democratic elect, not elected yet, Democratic nominee, Councilman, Johnson County, go, because I'm not going to mess that name up.
Saad Tawfeeq, running for Johnson County Council at Large. Immigrant, American citizen since 2015.
Right.
I came to United States as an immigrant to be a citizen of United States. I learned the English language here, and when I came to United States, and I learned the culture of the country by the book that I learned from it. It's naturalization. Mm-hmm. They do a naturalization test. I'm sure this is correct, actually. Naturalization test. So I have to have a book to read the story of United States. So after I read the story, I have to understand, and I have 100 questions. Out of these 100 questions, only 5 questions to be answered from the 100 questions to be passed this test, because it's the history of United States.
And so you know the history of the United States.
Of course, definitely. Immigrants.
Right.
And I have been almost 15 years here. So I learned
Let's go back a minute. Let's go back a minute because you shared a lot of information.
Yeah.
And information is nothing unless you're able to pass it on. So let's share this information about you.
Definitely.
You come from overseas. The name of the country is
Iraq.
Iraq.
And I was in city of Baghdad.
Got some friends that live there.
Yeah,
You spoke no English,
of course.
but you've always envisioned, you manifested coming to the United States, the American dream. What was the American dream like for you over in Baghdad? What was that like?
It's freedom, safe, because there is no opportunity and rights there, you know. Equal opportunity and equal rights there. There's no.
But you were young.
no safe.
You were young when you was there. So how did you really know about rights and all that kind of stuff?
Let me give you the story.
Okay.
Actually, about me, how I, raised there, and after that, what's happening to me during the war between Iraq and United States, 2003, I lost my friends, my girlfriends and my friends. I lost them, and I lost my teacher, and it was no safe there. During that, my father was served in the U.S. military police.
Okay.
To get our troops of the United States to be safe there, to get them back safe, And I had, a lot of threats there.
How old were you when all this was taking place?
It was like about 18 and older, kind of that, I can say.
So there was probably a lot of individuals around your age that was feeling the sting of war.
Yes.
And not...
During all the war, I was during all the war and all the year, and after that we had second war, it's called Civil War.
Okay. What was that like?
Religions.
Religion?
Between religions.
Okay.
Muslims, religions between Sunni and Shias, Kind of this militia just came to Iraq and destroyed everything. And you already know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that time, in 2003. So,
how important was it for you to leave, to get out of there at 18 years old? In United States, 18, you're considered an adult.
One day I look a lot of movies, Americans movies, and when the troops is coming to Iraq, I see them, and I wasn't speak English, but I can see and feel,
What were some of the movies that inspired you when you watch U.S. movies? What were some of the movies that made you go, wow, that's where I want to be?
Let me tell you this. Bro, this is a dream to me. It's my dad. Because my dad, he's supposed to be here in, oh my gosh, it's in 70s, He's supposed to be young to be in here, actually. But he brought that a dream to me, And I grew up with it.
How did your dad get involved in in working with the U.S. military?
He just by applying, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes, by applying, and our, he just applying, as any transport, how to say it's translator,
Yes.
interpreter. So he speak English, Russians, and Arabic.
Your dad sounds like a wonderful man. He's very smart by getting involved.
How difficult was it for you to get to the United States? I know you just couldn't. You're talking about an era of proxy conflict and religious conflict and persecution. How difficult was it for your father or your structure to get you here to the United States? You had the dream, but how difficult was it to get the right documents? Were there things that had to be done behind the scenes? How difficult was that process for you?
At that time, when I was like 18 years old, he is actually, before that, he was trying to be in here, and it was really difficult for me. You know, it's different culture, different country, different language, speaking English. But he was a zest to me to be learn the English and learn the culture of United States. He loved America. You know, he loved it a lot.
When you get to America and you finally, this is
Finally,
a question.
oh my
wait.
God, yeah.
This is a question I asked you
Oh my
off the air. You see America in all its glory. Let's be real. You see America in all its patriotic gloriness. But did you see America, that the downsides of America, the things that you don't see, that we still have our so-called proxy war within ourselves, the race proxy wars? Did any of this even resonate with you, or was this something that was camouflaged to your country that you didn't see? You only saw America the beautiful.
I see many things has happened. I get oh my gosh.
Only reason why I'm asking is because we're going to get into your politics.
I got like about 3 hate crimes.
Okay.
3 hate crimes.
Okay.
Last time when I got nominee, I was Johnson County Council. I celebrated with my dad. My dad, he was so proud of me, what I have been done through and what I have been through. So he was so proud. We were sitting, you know, and talking together. And some guy, he just, you know, unfortunately, I don't want to talk about it, you know.
But you experienced some things that you shouldn't experience in this country. So another relapse of where you just came from. But
that not affect me.
It kept you going.
It's making me strong more.
Okay.
To work on myself more and to work on my position and be strong. It's giving me energy.
Okay.
It's giving you purpose, right? We talk a lot about purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, pain, you know, overcoming pain through purpose. So that's really amazing. You're very brave, especially in a historically non-democratic state.
Right.
So my question is,
yes,
you see America, we have 50, is it 50 states or 51?
It's 50 stars and
how in the heck did you,
stripes. 13 stripes.
How in the heck did you take a dart and pick Indiana?
Pick Indiana when I was young, actually, at that time, back in 2003, wrote that dreams, and my dad, he just gave me that dreams, and Todd Harrison, our sponsor, he just talked about Indiana, how they lived in theirs, and
what do you mean a sponsor? What's a sponsor to the viewers that don't know?
Our sponsors, it's about our visa, actually, because he applying for us, and I want to tell you that other story actually, for how I came here in the United States. It's really hard. It's not easy to come to the United States. It's really hard, the process. Been waiting more than 5 years.
Did you ever feel like giving up?
No, I would not. Let me tell you what's happening is exactly. Let me tell you the story. I came to from Iraq, moving because of the threat that we get. Because one of my sisters, she got kidnapped. Yes, my sister, she kidnapped, and the U.S. military, he got her, you know, out and from that kidnap. And
what was the purpose of kidnapping your sister? Did you guys have money? Were you politically tied?
Let me tell you this. Because we are studies, working regular life after the war. People doesn't want us. You know, some of them, like, they want money from my dad or money from us. That's how in Iraq, you know.
So your dad was politically connected and financially stable during that time, I take it.
At that time, my dad, he was just interpreter, you know, working as interpreter with that, but nobody knows. Nobody knows at that time.
So you're saying that, like, because he was working with the American government, your family was targeted, and that's why
I don't think so. No. It's just as we live in.
It's just how you live.
How we live, exactly. They don't want me to study.
Yeah.
They don't want me living the, you know, it's my right to be living, you know, in the regular life. At that time, 2003. Well, I get a lot of threats because it's, I'm going regular life, going to study, you know, I want to do my dream, you know, in my country. because we are in a free country. As I came, I said, this is my free country.
What were you studying? I was also in college during that same time, so I'm around your age. And I remember I remember exactly what I was doing when we started bombing Baghdad. What were you studying? What was your original goal?
I'm graduate with the GED, at that time. So,
that's amazing, though.
Yes.
So you picked Indiana. You have a sponsor. The sponsor, according to, make sure I get this right, the sponsor is the one that makes sure, that validates that you're going to be good in this country. You're going to obey the rules and regulations.
Yeah. So what tell you is exactly, we moved from Iraq to Jordan. As I told you, the issue that we had, I can say, the issue that we had. So moving us from from Iraq to Jordan, because our sponsor said it was going to be like more than six months. You will be going to be in the United States. So fortunately, waste more than 5 years.
Really?
Yes, more than 5 years waiting the visa, and I was in Egypt at that time. I moved to Egypt from Jordan because Jordan is really expensive, and my dad, he doesn't have any work. Our dream and our safe home is United States, America. I want to go to America. It's my safe home. I have no home.
How did you manage financially going from Jordan to Egypt with limited resources and funding? Did your sponsor pay for your?
No, we actually, my dad, he doing all the things. My dad, he just
so your dad was
apply for the ION, I think it's called, for the refugee and immigrants people, to come to the United States. We came with the Exodus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moses.
Well, yeah.
You're considered a refugee, though, so that's a serious thing.
It's an Exodus. I think Exodus organizations. I guess I don't pronounce it right, but it's an Exodus. So we came here. They actually let us to be coming. So my father, he applied. So what happens during all that? I moved from Iraq to Jordan, stay in Jordan more than 6 months, and then after that we moved to Egypt, stay in Egypt for a little while, and then I was in the opera house, study for opera house.
What's that?
Egyptian opera house.
Okay.
So I was study a lute.
Okay.
We call it a lute. So at that time, the day, there is the embassy actually have an event in the opera house. They have a private party, but it's free to be entered. That. So I called my family. Why my family not going? Actually, we love to be with, Embassy of United States. So when my sister, she's the only one, my oldest sister, Saad Tawfeeq, she is the one that she speak English very well. So
now is she here currently?
Yes, she is here, and she's citizen. All my family citizen. All my family citizen.
So you're in the promised land right now. You're where you want to be.
Yes.
You're here. And now you're in Johnson County. For those that don't know, Johnson County is recognized as the main places would be Greenwood, I would assume. What about Columbus, Indiana? Columbus, is that part of Johnson County? That's Bartholomew. That's Bartholomew, right?
Yeah, this is different actually. No, we are actually Johnson County. It's a Greenwood. I think it's Greenwood.
Southport?
No, Southwest Indianapolis. Greenwood, Whiteland, the New Whiteland, Franklin.
You're trying to
and Bargersville,
You're tapping into some questionable areas in Indiana. That's from history standpoint. We won't go there because it's changed. Times have changed naturally.
Yes.
But exactly. What made you decide to want to fill the role as Democratic nominee councilman for Johnson County? What did you see that needed to be changed moving forward?
Okay. I see a lot of issues.
Such as?
Doesn't to be change. It's the same as I see. The rate of the county is the same as become high. For the people. People need different for. Let me start it with what I'm going to do actually if I am getting elected, to be a official county council. First things to do, my priority, it's to empower public safety officer and to empower our families and provide safe working condition, opportunities, and decent incomes. And I have to work hard for a safe and a clean environment, for good streets and roads and parks and schools, for economic growth and opportunity for all our citizens. And we have a resource, as I know, we have a resource in Johnson County, provide equitable pay and benefit, support our public employees and families. So as a county council, when I get elected, I will work hard to increase employee pay. I will work hard to improve affordable housing because
oh my God, affordable housing is non-existent. Worldwide. It's just not an Indiana thing. This is worldwide.
Worldwide, exactly. People working hard, people working full times, and they didn't get it,
People working 3 to 4 jobs just to pay rent.
4 jobs to pay rent,
yeah,
to get in house. So I have to help for that. I have to change this in the county.
How difficult is that going to be for you? Because when you're talking about affordable housing, you're talking about changing wages and making employment opportunities available.
Yes.
But we see here in Indiana a lot of road construction. We do see development into the inner structure. How hard is it going to be for you to employ this into a deeper, into a fabric that hasn't really wanted to change? We see the outer structure as far as roads and stuff, but we really don't see what you're talking about. We don't see people standing up to fight for public housing and affordable wages anymore. Yeah. How are you planning on doing that?
Well, I have a strategies, developments on the affordable housing. So I want to, I already shared it on Facebook, actually. I just put it actually for every part that I do actually on a video that some strategy, different strategy of the affordable housing to help the people, to make it affordable for them. That's what I'm going to do. So I have it actually. I can read it for you if you would like.
No, you need to save that information.
Yes.
That way your candidates don't steal it and stuff.
Exactly.
But I know it's a good. I know it has to be good because you want to really share it to the masses. But what I can take my hat off to you because you're the first of your gender, your race, to tackle such a task.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. It's
exactly.
a task. How does that make you feel? What are the odds for you? Because I know there's odds. You have to build a name for yourself. My hat's off to you. I mean, you came here not even knowing our language.
Of course, but the thing is, during the time, let me back to the story. When I came in here, crying, laughing, I said, oh my gosh, I'm in the United States. I didn't feel like it's hard for me. I'm in my home. I'm sorry, I don't want to cry, but...
Oh, go right ahead.
you just come inside of my heart and touch it by these words that you said.
Yeah.
I feel so proud of myself. What I have been done, what I have been through. I feel every day when I wake up in the morning, I said every day is a good day for me because I'm an American citizen.
Wow.
That's absolutely beautiful. Do you have any, when you're running now, is your district historically, have they voted for Democratic candidates?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they do. Actually, there's many people, and what we're working on right now is exactly, there's a lot of people independent. We have to speak to them. I have to show myself to them. So on this Sunday, I'm going to canvas. I have to canvas to introduce myself to the people. Let them know give them a reason. The one thing that I want to do different than any actually candidates, that I'm going to be working for the people, for the community, because I'm a part of the community. I'm a person who is working, hard and want to change something in the county because people, want a reason to go to vote. For example, They need a reason. The guy, what's he's gonna be doing for us.
Now,
So I give them a reason that when I'm going to work, exactly on this issue that I told you, and give them a reason to go out and vote.
how closely are you working with other Democratic nominees? I noticed that you're a big
Close.
supporter of U.S. Senator nominee Dr. Valerie McCray.
Dr. Valerie McCray, yes.
How supportive are they with your journey? How closely are all you guys together with? Because all of the platforms seem to be, which I love, change.
Of course.
How closely are you guys together with your message?
We are actually, contact with, when I see her, you see me actually last time, we were sitting and I see her and she see me. I know what she is actually, her strategy for our, country, not only our states, Indiana, it's for the country, and I am believing her, she will change a lot of things,
What do we need to do besides voting? And my hat's off to you. I love the fact that you came here for a purpose. You seen the Holocaust of a proxy war, of a spiritual war, and what it can do to a country. I see that you're here and you don't want that to happen here in this country. How are you being perceived by the people in Johnson County? Do they take you serious?
Yes.
Do they know your story?
Yes, they do. I have a story and published at that time in 2000. By the way, let me tell you some of the things, how I enjoy actually the American political process, how I enjoy that, how, become with the politics, in touch with candidates, how I get all the knowledge, to say, that. I enjoy, American political process in 2015. First vote for me was Hillary Clinton. And I met her in person. And I met the rest of the family.
How did you
Clinton.
meet them?
Meet them in Indiana. They came to Indiana. And what I did in 2016, it's big different. I was volunteer working for her campaign. I was making phone calls, more than 10,000 calls. And I brought her here. I tell the people, I brought Hillary Clinton here in our state of Indiana.
That's beautiful.
And it was happening.
And
the rest of the family went to our office in Keystone Avenue. It was really amazing to see Clinton, former president. I see him in person. And I have a picture with him, and I have, talked to him closely.
Did you share with them that your aspirations was to do this? What did they share with you?
Actually, what I did, exactly what they shared with me, a lot of information, and I learned,
What was the three things that impact you the most from your encounter with the Clintons?
Was the three, sorry, say that again.
What were the three most powerful things that you took away from your encounter with the Clintons?
Well, you mean with the Hillary Clinton or with the Clinton former presidents?
With both.
With both, it's actually, I take three things that they're going to be working on at that time. Hillary Clinton, she's the one working on, actually, for job economy, healthcare, and checking a couple of things, the people from different countries coming in here for the immigrants people. That issue that is still it's happening,
What's your take on the immigration policy? What's your take on it? You are an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. You're an immigrant. No matter how we look at it, but it's more polarized now. You know the journey that you had to encounter to get here. That's a big policy no matter how you look at it. What's your take on it?
What's your take me on it, actually? I met actually a couple of, at that time, back in primary, I can say, the last event, I see the majority of Republican was with us. And they talking about immigrants. I was so at that, I want to tell you, I was so mad.
Why?
Because they insulted us.
Because you knew the real journey that it took to get your safety, to avoid religious persecution, to avoid proxy wars, to basically have a right.
Of course. Yes.
Are people receptive to that? They say because to me you're inspiring, right? So are people receptive to that, or are they saying, well, you're not from here, you don't deserve to?
I had that a lot.
I can imagine. You know what you should do?
I told you, it's because of, when we talked to the last time I got a hate crime, and that was really, not really bad. It's making me strong.
I couldn't imagine, and I'm a man of color. I guess because it's been around me for so long, I don't even view it as a hate crime anymore. I just kind of brush it off. But you've actually been targeted as with hate crimes. Does that make you want to quit?
No. It's making me strong to keep continue.
How does your family feel about it? How does your family feel? Because anytime you're dealing with hate, family's involved.
My family's involved actually, but they are not. Actually, they are like me.
They're pushing you.
They're pushing me to make a difference to the country. I'm working for the community, no matter it's what happened. I'm working for the people, not party another party. No, working for the American. Working for my community.
Have you seen any changes since Kamala became the nominee? Like any changes in receptiveness to you as a candidate, or any of your struggles? Because I can imagine that people might have a change of perception.
Yeah, there's a couple of things is this change actually that I see. It's really great. She's working really great, and I am supported her.
Yeah,
I
bet you know more about American history than most people that were born here.
Of course.
You could actually do a contest with them on Instagram Live or Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And say who knows more, because you just said right now you named the amount of states and stars. I can't even. I mean, I could do it if I really thought hard, but not off the cuff,
So before we wrap up,
Yes.
what's your end game here? We know you want to win.
Yes.
November's around the corner.
Yeah, it's about like less than 60 days.
Yeah.
We have. So
What are you planning to do to bring home the gold? What's
my goal is exactly, it's working for the community, because people get enough. We need action. We don't need people talking without action.
Okay.
When I am talking to you about this issue that I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to be say that again to you, the issues, if you love me.
Okay.
First is empower public safety officer for our families, provide safe working condition opportunities and decent incomes, work for a safe and clean environment, for good streets, roads, parks, and schools, for economic growth and opportunity and decent incomes, and working hard and fight for the Johnson County firefighters to prove them incomes and benefits. And we make sure that we supply them with the best equipment and safety training so they can do their job with confidence. Know that I will take care of the Johnson County community and take their advice on the issue that affect them and affect their families.
How can the viewers reach out to you to donate? It takes money to run a campaign. To listen to more of your journey, how can the viewers reach out to you?
It's on Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, and you have my link actually, Active Blue, Committee to elect Saad Tawfeeq.
Okay.
You can just, whatever small actually amounts will be, make a difference for me, and to make me elect to work for the community of Johnson County.
Before we wrap up,
Yes.
you definitely have that beast mindset, more than I've seen in a lot of individuals. My hat's off to you for your journey. You can call it an exodus here or whatever. I call it a dream come true, and more dreams about.
Yeah, but the exodus, actually helping us brought us here. That's Exodus refugee, and for immigrants, we enter into that ION. You know, so they give us the program to my dad. So my dad enjoying them. You know, and we came here. You know, and when I came, actually, it was like how to say, it's like a sugar in my mouth. Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come and be on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you get to the polls in November and vote. Your vote does matter. And remember, look at who you're voting for. Look at the issues, not just the person. Look at the issues. Look what they're fighting for. It's all about making a difference. And actions need to be followed. Words need to be followed by actions. And this has been another exciting episode of the Andre the Beast Crayton Show.